Hi, how are you going? Welcome to me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Rings. Thank you for Righteous Readings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. How are you going? I hope you're having an exceptional day, week, weekend, wherever you are in the week's scheduled cycle in your neck of the woods. We are, of course, continuing with the March main monthlies. Getting a little bit behind on schedule now, so I've got to really wiggle my bum and get on with it. We are going to now do the sign of Cancer. So my Krabby Patties, I hope you're having a wonderful March so far. We're going to do your reading for March, main monthly. I'll be pulling the Celtic Cross standard placements, which I'll initially explain. Then I will clarify. This clarification will make it more crystal clear, and then reiterate those messages too. Just remember that as we travel through, these messages can change, warp, and get more richer and meaning, so don't get too bogged down by the initial analysis. It often warps, changes as the spread progresses. So if you're new to my channel, I am Redsky. Welcome. Please consider subscribing. I do weekly readings live every week on the weekend here in Australia. And if that's something that you'd like to be a part of, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell to all, so you will be aware when I do my lives, and you can come in chat, speak with me, and enjoy all of the festivities that we do throughout the lives. So let's check out what's coming for the sign of Cancer. This will contain messages for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury placements. So if you don't know and you've never tried to look at your natal chart, there's lots of free places on the internet through Google search that you can find that do free natal charts that will give you your positions and your house placements. Later this year, I will be starting up a second channel, all to do with astrology and house placements. I'll be doing offering a bit of information, maybe even a course as well for people to do, all free of charge, of course, in regards to astrology and house placements, if that's something that people would be interested in. I wanted to get it started at the beginning of this year. I've just been so bogged down with other commitments at the moment. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to start it, but we will be getting into that in the second half of the year, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Okay, so let's look at Cancer now, please, spirits and guides. What's coming in for the sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, please, for the month of March 2023. What's coming in for the Cancerians? For the sign of Cancers, please. Also, if the reading resonates today, please leave a like and feel free to comment. I love listening to your comments, feedback about the readings, or just general questions. If you have any questions, definitely speak up. I'll be more than happy to render any assistance or answer any questions that you have in regards to tarot or anything else. Cancer now. Cancer, I feel you're a bit hesitant. We try flying out under the radar a little bit here, guys, because I feel like there's some sort of unsureness here. Like, even my cards feel a little bit hesitant to even tell me what's going on here. That might be why. These are all over the shop this month. It's a little messy, I'm going to tell you. It's a little messy. Let's break it down. Cancer for March. The underlying energy so far for the month is that Eight of Pentacles reverse. We're not really putting in any extra effort, skill, or advancement towards whatever we do for work, our money. If anything, we're pulling away. Whatever we're doing for a biscuit or a crust at the moment, we're not really enjoying. It's more like the labor of no love here. For some of you, I want to say the underlying current for this month will be considering a work change or a career path change, or going into another division of work that you're already doing. There's some sort of unhappiness around the workplace here, or just the money ain't worth it is what I'm hearing. The money ain't worth it. I feel like some of you may be putting up with co-workers that are a little bit tedious, we'll say. Let's break it down. The current energy for Cancer coming into March, coming into the reading, is the King of Cups reverse. This is an individual that is very out there. Very out there. Their emotions can be a little bit unstable. They could chop and change from one thing to another. They can be a little bit devious, a little bit cheeky, a little bit smart ass. But they do care. But the way they show it, it can be a little bit aloft. Your crowning obstacle issue that you're going to need to face or deal with throughout the month of March is another cup, but it is the Knight of Cups now. This is someone that's coming in with an offering, but they are very, very deceptive. They are very, very flying under the radar, not being very honest. They may be even saying that they really want to be with you, but really they've probably got 3 other people on their arm. Yes, a little bit of a player energy, I'm afraid. I feel like this Knight of Cups reverse is very deceptive. It's not bringing across the right image or representation of what they really want, desire, or who they are. There is a deception in appearance. There is a deception in them. They're trying to portray or come across as something that they're not, or trying to sell you something that they're not willing to put up for sale. Very deceptive energy, these 2 cards I've just read for you. Not the nicest of things. Crowning the reading in the subconscious of it all at the forefront, Libra's major arcana, the Justice card, but it is inverted, Cancer. Oh, here comes the rain. Listen to that. There is much injustice here. Bias, bigotry, severity, and judgment being made an example of. If you've got any legal issues or anything going on at the moment, I wouldn't expect justice to come in and be fair and impartial. If anything, wow, listen to that. If anything, it's going to be very much one-sided, one-handed. Oh, look, I love the rain, guys. Like, I'm a rain baby. I love that. Oh, thank you, Divine. That is beautiful. At the root of the ring, the base, the foundation by which everything's growing from is, of course, the Nine of Cups. Now, this is much satisfaction and success within self. You did it yourself. You got it yourself. There's pretty much effort, time, and really reaping the benefits thereof. Really feeling proud with inside self that you were able to bring this in, complete it. And so you should. Now, the past energy leaving you now still prevalent is a bit of a shocker. We have the Judgment in reverse now. So in the forefront of your subconscious was Justice reverse. Now in the past energy, we have Judgment reverse. Now this was a need where you did not atone for something. You didn't take on your part. Judgments went against you. Maybe again made an example of whether you were in the wrong or not. There's a sense here of not taking on your part, not reaping the Judgment's outcome. You're not taking it on board, you're rejecting it, kind of thing. Moving forward from that is the Ten of Wands. Many heavy burdens, being very overburdened. Entering into things that become so much more cumbersome, so much more harder, so much more of a heavy weight or burden to carry, and not realizing this until well in the thick of it. The Spirit's advice for Cancer, though, is the High Priestess. Remain intuitively guided. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself. Maybe keep some secrets back. Don't divulge all the information to everyone all the time. Keep some shit to yourself. But mainly follow your intuition. Also, there could be a lot of relationships around you at the moment that are all just very platonic. Outsiders' view of you, Cancer, what they see the Knight of Pentacles. Someone moving very slow but very methodical towards their goals, towards monetary, material success. They see someone really plodding through and being very meticulous in the way of restructuring themselves as they travel through. Taking their time, hitting all the right notes. Hopes and fears for Cancer, the Two of Wands reverse, coming to a realization that what we wanted and our ideal system of it are not one and the same. What we wanted out of something and what we actually got in its living, breathing fruition is not one and the same, and we're making tough decisions to maybe cut it, lose it, or change it. Outcome so far for Cancer's March is the Queen of Swords reverse. Very malicious, very articulate in a bad kind of way, really spilling secrets, divulging information that's quite cutthroat, quite heartless, and very deceptive. A slight placement change in where we are, but I've just put your reading with me and just replacing it back down. And we will clarify it for Cancer's March, because that's what we're doing. It's a bit noisy out there, so we're just going to work from here. Alright, Cancers, let's clarify your reading now through the placements I've just explained. So we started off with the current energy with the King of Cups reverse, so let's clarify that energy now. The King of Cups reverse, sorry, my migraines come back with a vengeance, and it's just really starting to piss me off. The King of Cups reverse. Seven of Swords reverse. The challenge, we had the Knight of Cups reverse. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups reverse. The challenge for Cancer's March. Two of Swords, well that's interesting. Crowning the reading, we had the Justice in reverse. Let's clarify the energy of the Justice. Oh shit. Yeah, that'll be right. Ten of Swords reverse. 3 clarifiers so far, all sword cards, Cancer. Interesting. Let's look at the foundation of the root of it now, the Nine of Cups. Let's clarify that Nine of Cups energy. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Clarify that Nine of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups, reversed. At least it's not a sword. Past energy, we have the Judgment in reverse. Let's clarify Judgment in reverse. Why is the Judgment in reverse here, please? Judgment in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Moving forward, we have the Ten of Wands. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here, please? Clarify the Ten of Wands. The World. Lovely. Completions of cycles. Spirit's advice for the month of March. For Cancer, we had the High Priestess. Let's clarify the High Priestess, please. Why is Spirit's advice for the High Priestess? You really need to use your higher self and your intuition as a real key fixture for March. It's really what's going to get you through some real sticky spots and just give you more clarity to what you would normally have. Instead of being scattered out and not so sure about things, I feel like if you get into the High Priestess energy, you will be a lot more centered, a lot more on point, and a lot more in a position to make better decisions, so to speak. The Eight of Pentacles, and you'll be able to work more methodically. Outsider's view, Knight of Pentacles. What? Oh, fuck me. Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius is major, and the Nine of Wands, because they are your cards. Oh my god, hang on. There are actually fish under them. Oh lord, how did they get all the way down there? Sorry, cards have literally gone like under the ottoman into the window, which is like, unnatural to say the least. And then I just fucked up everything. Okay, so the hopes and fears, we have the Two of Wands reverse. Let's clarify the Two of Wands reverse now. For the hopes and fears for Cancer's March. Yep, okay, look, cards are going everywhere today and I don't quite know why. Ugh. We have the Sun with the Three of Wands. Let's clarify the outcome now. Queen of Swords reverse. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords reverse. The outcome for Cancer's March. Queen of Swords reverse. Four of Swords. Further information. Justice. Now that makes a lot of sense. It didn't at first, now it does. This reading is very confusing. Six of Wands. Confusion, delay, feeling very discombobulated, and then getting traction and movement into a more favourable position and or place, or just movement in general, I think is a bit of a goer. Oh, Cancers, what are you doing to me? This is one wacky backy reading, I'm going to be honest with you. Have you been smoking the he-she, or she-she, or shibby-shibby, or I don't know. The underlying energies for the month of March, clarified, is the Eight of Pentacles reversed with the Six of Wands. So whatever we do for monetary gains or to earn a crust, or even just money's, our attitude towards money in general, is not favourable. we don't want to do the work. We don't want to put in any extra skill advancement towards it. And what we may be doing for a pentacle or a crust, we've lost the love for. We don't want to give any more hours or more time or more investment or more skill. We don't want to advance at this at all. And I feel like that way of thinking is kind of supported by people around you, your peers, your co-workers. There's a sense of the loss of love for the work or for this task. And I think people are actually seeing how miserable you really are and how upset you are and how much this really is affecting you in many facets of life. And they're supporting you in pulling back from this, maybe doing less hours, maybe going to a part-time position, maybe changing positions of what you're doing altogether. Take it how it takes it for you. But there is a sense of pulling back very much around the monetary field or gains or whatever you do, whether it's volunteering even, whatever you spend your time doing. The current energy coming into the reading, coming into March for Cancer, King of Cups reversed with the Seven of Swords reverse. The Seven of Swords reverse has been very, very popular, especially in the weekly that I did recently. In the current energy for Cancer, there is an individual that is very, says they want things but don't follow through. They're a bit deceptive in the way of being honest. They will say things, maybe not really mean them. They will pretend to be overly invested emotionally but not be. This is an individual that wants a lot of things in their life but doesn't seem to be able to get the shit together to get it happening. With the Seven of Swords reversed, there is a sense of deception here. Someone needing to save their own skin to cover up something. Something that was very much a deception. Something that was very much not as it should be. And I'm seeing that this deception will be realized, but it won't be realized until all damage is done. It cannot be rectified, it cannot be fixed. They got away with it. And it's like realizing it long after the feat of it. Maybe even copping some blame for it. And I feel like because of this, there is a loss of compassion here. There is a loss of emotional tie to this. Because there was deception. And because you feel a little egg on face. And maybe even a little embarrassed. Your challenge, however, though, for the month of March, Cancer, is the Knight of Cups reversed with the Two of Swords. This is an individual that is deceptive, that's very crafty, cunning, offers things that they have no intention of giving. Someone that projects an image that is very, very much a mask. It's not genuine. They're not projecting their true self through their thoughts, emotions, image. It's all a mask. It's all fake. It's all fraudulent. With the Two of Swords, you are coming to a point of needing to make a decision on this person. Whether you are to support or to bow out, or whether to bolt and to delete their numbers and contact. For some of you, I want to say these are aspects of yourself in this first position and second position that I'm talking about. These are aspects of yourself that you're maybe not so proud about, or things that you have done, said, or just feelings in general that you feel towards self. For some of you, I want to say you may suffer some dark side repercussions from these things. I won't go too much into detail about that, actually. Two of Swords is nearly needing to make a decision here. There's a fork in the road and you're standing at the crossroads, and there is a need to go left or right, and a decision that needs to be made quite quickly on this person or aspects of yourself. There is an affection to this way of being. There is a bit of affiliation with it. But at the same time, it is not bringing in much happiness, and you do feel that you are being hoodwinked by not dealing with this right here and now. But you do feel very torn. You do feel very unsure. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make the wrong decision, and you're kind of sitting on the fence about it, but a choice is going to have to be made one way or the other. You're going to have to pick a side and stick with it, I'm afraid. crowning of the reading at the forefront of it all. The subconscious, we have justice reversed with the 10 of swords reverse. With the justice in reverse, Libra's major, there is a real sense here of an injustice being made an example of bigotry, severity, and judgment. You have to aware an outcome that maybe you weren't even involved in, maybe wasn't even your fault, maybe whatever it is for you, your story. But from this is the 10 of swords reverse. Some sort of benefit or profit. It will be short-lived, a bit of a gain, a bit of a leg up, but it will be short-lived. It won't last long. So you might want to make the best of it before it runs away. Okay, let's put the big bright light on in the hallway, which is going to blind us all when I move the cards out of the way. So be warned of that. I'm trying to, because that is going to blind the shit out of you. Watch. It's like the light bulb, looking at the light bulb. Sorry, guys. So there is some sort of benefit or profit that will come from this. It will be short-lived, so please make the best of it while you can. Yes, that's not the Aurora Borealis behind me, guys. It's the light globe, but I will try and stand in front of it. So it's like I have an aura instead of you being blinded. These are the things I've got to do with people. Root of the ring, the foundation of it all, by what it's all getting born from, is the 9 of Cups with the Page of Cups reversed. The root of it all, Cancer, is the fact that you really do have some success here and you do have some appreciation for self. You may be a bit in the ego at the moment, but who cares? You deserve it. You fought hard, you worked hard, you put a lot of investment in things, and the right outcomes are coming now. And the 9s are all about that of self. And I feel like there's much self-appreciation at the root of everything, even if things aren't so great. Page of Cups reverse is someone that's really got your attention, someone that you may be a little bit susceptible to, a bit deviated towards, someone that's a bit of a player though. Someone that you get really taken in by, someone that's a little bit younger, but someone that you know yourself enough to not get pulled in by. It's sort of like a little bit of a fluxy flurry. Nothing serious. Past energy leaving you now still prevalent, Cancer. Judgment reversed with the 7 of Pentacles. In the past, energy judgments did not go in your favor. If anything, you were used a bit of an example of. There was bigotry, severity, and judgment. There was the lack of atonement by you, and maybe a little lack of respect for the process. With the 7 of Pentacles reversed, you really had to look at monetary during this time as well, when these judgments were going against you, and really needing to fund your own backing, I want to say. And you did. You really did pull it out of the out of the bag. I find that funny how that's represented by the cuffs, because I feel like you were very shackled financially to this unjust judgment in reverse, which you weren't really willing to atone to, but you had no freaking choice. It's like being served a summons. You have to go to court, otherwise you'll get a warrant and you will be arrested. Kind of like that. I didn't want to do it, but I had to because they made me. Moving forward from that, the 10 of Wands with the World. Wonderful. From the burdens that become burdensome, from things we enter into that we never expected them to be so cumbersome, comes completions of cycles. Putting ourselves through the grit of the gravy of the crap of it all, being burdened, having to take on things that were much more burdensome than what we expected. But getting through that and having the world, the process finish, it complete, it end, it's done its cycle, it has come to completion, and now it's time to celebrate a little bit that resolution, that process, because it's been long, it's been hard, it's been burdensome, it's been cumbersome, it's been so much more than what you ever expected it would be. It's pissed you off a bit, but it's over. But it's over now, you know what I'm saying? So bask in that glory, bitches. That's better now. I'm shielding the light, okay? The Dark Mother is shielding the light. Paganism at its finest, people. Let's look at Spirit's advice for Cancer's month. We have the High Priestess with the 8 of Pentacles. Intuition will guide you through the thicket of the thickest forest and bring you to absolution and the decision making that you need. With the 8 of Pentacles, there's a sense of really putting your skill into this, really putting everything you've got and meticulously banging it out over and over repetitiously. There may even be some sort of financialness that will come from this intuitiveness that you're taking on, some sort of financial gains, or having a brilliant idea even that really brings you into a more centered self. but money is going to be a fixture of having to work extremely hard to make money, or to work very mentally to find skills or advancement in different aspects of life to what you're maybe accustomed to or used to at this point. The outsider's view was a little bit what the... We had the Knight of Pentacles with Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius as major, and then the Nine of Wands. So the outsider's view is of someone very methodically, very meticulously plodding forward to a goal. They're reaping in a lot of security while doing this. They're making a lot of changes to the environment as they're moving forward. They're adjusting. That was the word I was looking for. They're adjusting regularly as they go through this process. And it's a long haul process. Knight of Pentacles takes years, not months. Temperance in reverse, though, is saying that during this process there is going to be some sort of imbalance or some lacking of fusing the elements, the environment, to your benefit. You're going to get very impatient. You're going to get very... you're going to want it very badly, and there's going to be a lack of temperate energy, and that isn't going to serve you well. It will only make the process seem longer and more arduous. Try to relax, breathe through it. It's only a moment, a place, a space. It will go through a cycle. It will come to that. The Nine of Wands. During this time also you may even be feeling very much at the battle. Always having to have your front foot at the ready to defend yourself, to defend your desires, your explanations, your just person who you are. And I feel like this is very taxing on you. This is why you're getting very impatient and you want to move forward beyond it, because you're so sick of having to answer for it to other people and them not hearing, listening, or supporting that. Hang on a minute, I'm going to take that. So I got cut off there, and I've just gone through that reading now so I can explain the last two placements to you. So the hopes and fears, you did have the Two of Wands reverse with the Sun, with the Three of Wands. The Two of Wands reverse, there is a sense of realizing something that you wanted is not the way it is. The realization of the idea of it and the realization of the reality of it are not one and the same. The Sun, though, however, is saying that there will be lots of happiness and lots of hope and blissfulness coming from this realization that things aren't the way they're meant to be. It will allow you to make adjustments, and it will allow you to change what it is that isn't the way you want it to be. With the Three of Wands coming in behind that, there is a sense of really waiting very patiently for what it is that you want. You're not willing to push it, to jump up and down over it. You're very much waiting for this payoff, for it to grow more abundance, to be more fluent, and to really come all into alignment for you and bring some real consistency throughout every aspect of your life. The outcome was the Queen of Swords reversed with the Four of Swords with the Justice card. The Queen of Swords reversed, this is someone that's being a bit malicious with their language, being very cutthroat, may come off as the Ice Queen, may come off as someone that doesn't have much of a heart. But I'm seeing that that's not really the way it is. You're just saying it like it is, point blank period. You're not finessing it, you're not trying to simplify it, and you're definitely sure as shit ain't trying to dumb it down, Cancer. You're saying it raw and right. But you are stepping on some toes, I want to say, just from the abruptness of the tone of it. With the Four of Swords, this may actually shock some people and they may snap back. This may make you sort of take some time to take respite, repose, pull back your energy, and literally have some time isolated on your own, especially mentally. With Justice, though, I feel like the outcome is just that. It's a just outcome. Whatever issue is going on here that you may be having with another person, place, or thing, or even a company, for example, I want to say, there really is going to be decisions made here that are truly fair and equal. You may not feel like it is at the time, but it will be. the outcome is quite certain of that. That throughout the process of this, a just outcome will be certain. Libra's major. I feel like we say what we've got to say, we take a step back, and then everything falls into place. Everything, all the dominoes come and slot into their position, everything falls into place, and everything becomes much more clearer, not only for you, but those around you. And if people have had some misunderstandings about who you are as a person or the way you go about things, I'm pretty sure that they're going to understand very quickly how it is Cancer works and what that actually means. Let's get some additionals now for Cancer. For their March monthly, I had one full. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, I want to say to you, not necessarily your partner, but I feel like certain people that you're very close to. It could be a loving connection or someone that's a bestie, for example, or even family. Whatever this, for most of you, I want to say this is something to do with work, something to do with what you do for a crust, or, you know, what you do for a hobby perhaps, or something like that. You may be stepping on some people's toes, and they may just, like that Four of Swords, they may just need to be a bit of a state of pullback so things can get some clarity, things can get some perspective, things can just turn back into a just cause or into a just direction. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. It will sort its shit out. We take a step back and all the dominoes fall into place, I feel, Cancer. So don't worry too much or stress yourself out or overthink it and get all up in your head and get all emotionally, like, torn by it. Because it's not necessary, it's not needed. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner. You seek an attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I feel like this is your outcome, especially with that attraction card. You know, you want to attract more abundance, more happiness, more fluency. And through the separation, there is that forward movement, that correction of whatever has gone a bit awry, a bit astray, or a little bit grating. And I feel like there is a lot of connections around you that you can really source during this time. There are a lot of people that have your back, that really have your corner, and that really appreciate your abruptness way of speaking it out. Let me get your spirit animal so we can polish off this March monthly for Cancer. Okay, so let's find out what spirit animal can guide and assist my beautiful Cancers for the month of March 2023. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. Sorry, this is going to be a bit of a cutty pasty kind of reading, but that's okay because, you know, it works. So let's suss this out. All right, we've had a few come through for you. And I feel like the messages I was trying to reiterate, maybe not in such a finessed way, will come through here for you. First, we have the boar, the pig. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Whatever difficulties you're experiencing now, whether with a relationship, career path, or some other concern, dig in and rummage around until you discover how to solve the problem. Then take immediate action to remedy it. Every time you confront adverse situations in this way, you'll be uprooting these elements in your life that appear to be obstacles to fulfill your purpose, Cancer. Life can sometimes be very uncooperative with your rational mind's sense of order and will always, at times, even block your demands of how events or experiences should unfold. If you're living on Earth, you're going to get your feet muddy sometimes, but it's no call for panic, crisis, or drama. Instead, take a couple of deep breaths and view whatever problem you've encountered as simply something that needs to be taken care of. As the saying goes, there really are no problems, only creative possibilities. Once you emerge victorious, which means that you've either conquered your problem or changed your thinking about your initial perspective on the situation, you experience a surge of energy and confidence. Remember that your power originates from source, expressed through you and as you. When you've vanquished the illusion of the situation being a problem, you'll not only feel a greater sense of relief and freedom, but you'll also open the way for your heart, mind, and soul to be more in alignment with the will of spirit. When you operate from that perspective, you can overcome anything. The associations with the boar are courage, hospitality, earthliness, self-reliance, protection, prosperity, organization, fierceness, uprooting, cleanliness, determination, balance, security, and tendency. I love that for you, Cancer. So the boar, or also known as pig, is your spirit animal, my loves, for the month of March. Thank you, all my beautiful Cancerians. If you would be so kind to leave a like, if you'd like to also leave a comment. I love it when you leave your little tidbits in the comments down below for me. I do love hearing what you think, feel, and whether it resonated for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, Redski, on another round of Righteous Readings. Don't forget, we are doing all lives for the weeklies, so make sure you stay tuned. If you've not done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button for me. Hit the notification bell to all, so you'll always be notified when the lives come, so you can join us in chat and chat with me as I read your cards. Well, I gotta love yous and leave yous there. Sorry, Cancer, that it was a little bit spotty, but I think we got through it in the end. At least my migraine has finally eased off. It's still in there somewhere. Red's got to go see a doctor, I think, about that one. Thank you so much. Light and love to all. I wish you all the very best for March, and I hope to see you again for the next reading. Till then, light and love. Take care for yourself and to each other. Until I see you, bye for now. Mwah.